All right, so this is Canva, canva.com. You go to it, and they, as I said, they have a free version as well as some paid version. The free version does limit you, but you can do a lot. So as I go through this, I want to just show you where their plans and pricing is, so you can see this. Come on, here we go. What? Sorry. Compare pricing. I probably should talk about this at the end, but I just kind of want you guys to be aware of some of the things that it does. All right. So they have three. They actually have more versions than this, but these are the three basic ones, and there is a free program. And by the way, guys, I'm not affiliated with them in any way, so you got to do what's right for you. Canva Free has a lot of items here. The Pro is what we have. I know several people who are watching have it for Teams as well, which basically allow you to have several different people on at the same time. And it does give you access to other things. Now, when you look at the features, this is where I like to see it. So you got your, come on, do it. 3 plans here. And you can kind of scroll down to see what it does and what it doesn't do. There's custom templates in there that you cannot create in the free version. The biggest reason I went from free to Canva Pro, and I'll show you when I'm doing it, is the background remover right there. And then there's this thing called frames that I'm going to be showing you as well. So this is the link. Let me just go ahead and put it on right here, so you guys can refer to that later and find what, if anything, works for you. All right, let's go ahead and switch screens, please. Okay. Bye, Jessie Ann. Love you, sweetie. Thank you again. All right, so if you can switch to the second screen. Let me know when we're here. Bear with me, guys. I want to go to that screen. There we go, that screen right there. All right, so I have a PC and I have my phone, and Canva has an app you can use on your phone, which I just started using. I thought it was going to be hard. It really wasn't, because, you know, I mistype things all the time, and I'm just not real fluent. You know, I'm older. And then they have, you can go to their website, you can log in there, or I just this week actually downloaded the app on my computer, which I actually like better because I use it so much that I have so many different windows open, and having it all under this one tab really makes a difference. Hold on, I want to move my questions where you guys are over here so that I can watch you guys. All right, there we go. Okay. All right, so I'm going to start at the home and start kind of showing you some of the things that it does. You're going to see all the things that we're working on. We're working on templates for the pre-cut circles, and then you can see all our ads, because we don't really, you guys are going to see all this stuff anyway. So when I want to start, I'm reading all the comments, making sure to start an image. I actually start, you can do a custom size or create a design. Custom size is more when you know exactly what size you want. It's not a standard size, but I actually prefer going into creative design because it has all these different preset sizes. So if you do anything on like, if you're doing posting for social media, everything's right there. But like, I actually like, here's an Instagram post and I like the squares. I use that a lot. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that. All right. So I'm going to come up with this side right over here. I just want to make sure. Oh, wait, I know what it is. Let me move this over. I have 2 screens that I'm watching you all on. All right, so there's a lot of pre-created templates that you can start with. So like you can type in birthday here, and it'll bring up some pre-created themes, which are kind of nice if you want to maybe make something for like a cake or something. You can actually replace that picture there and make it your own. I tend to design from scratch, so I'm going to go back and just show you kind of that. Let me go ahead and undo this so it's blank again. All right, I need you guys to pick a Theme, yes. Sharita said it. The custom size is great when creating cookie templates, but I will show you some tricks. So for me, I work with a square a lot. So give me a theme, guys, and we're going to start creating maybe birthday or Christmas or anything. So you guys, I'm going to let you talk while you do that, and I will come back and read your comments. And while you guys do that, because there's a delay, Yvonne Darby, hi, girlfriend. All right, so on the sidebar here are all your basically tools that you're going to use. Okay, everybody says Christmas. All right. So now, Sharita, watch this. So elements are things that are already kind of pre-made for you. So you can type in under elements what you want. So I'm going to type in Christmas. And these come up with many different types of images. So we have, it's going to show you everything here. So if you know you want to work with just graphics, you can click on that. Photos, which are actually, they're more picture-like, not always pictures. Sometimes they look graphic-y. And there's even videos, which you wouldn't use for your images, let's say. They even have music you can add. And then these things called frames. I love frames, and I love frames. I will show you why right now. So I'm going to go to frames, and let's say we're going to design a cookie. So, sorry, I'm like totally winging this. I'm going to back up. I want to show you something else first. What I probably will do is go down to here where it says background, and I'm going to click on that. And all these different backgrounds come up. Now I can put in a color if I want, and it can make it that totally that color. I can pick colors, like this is my color palette for Icing images that we use a lot of, and it just saves them there. And then it also has a bunch of different solids, gradients, and things like that. Or I can pick whatever color I want. Come on, no, I don't want that. Oh, ooh, cool, I didn't know it did that. So what I'm looking at, this is what I love about this program, because you find new things all the time. And I didn't know that in the gradients, I could actually pick my color. So if I wanted to go from, let's say, red, and have it gradient to, let's say, green, it will do that. Now, because it's a gradient, you're going to see the changes of color like a rainbow. Found that by accident, not really what I'm looking to do, but I wanted to show you because I just found it. I'm just going to stick with a solid color red for now, and work with there. And I may change it, and that's usually what I do. Now, Julia likes to do everything in square size because she says when she adds the circle, she knows the size when she imports it into her blue templates. So let's say we're going to do a circle because we're going to talk cookies, but it could be a cake too. So what I'm going to do to act as my guide is I'm going to bring this circle in. So these are just shapes. It shows you all different shapes that are there. I'm going to use a circle kind of like as my guide. All right. So you see this up here across the top. These are all the things that you can do as far as with the circle, and that it's showing a lot of the text examples. What I want to show you right now is right here when I click on this blue color and I come over here and where it says no color, I'm clicking on that. Okay, so I can try to differentiate between what's free and what's pro. I'm going to go over to elements. Sorry, I'm answering a question on here. Anything that has these crowns on it, that's a paid version. This is not. So I just clicked on the circle. It's free. I'm going to go up here and I'm going to select no color for that circle, but I'm going to add this border style just so I know that that's the outlines of my circle. All right. So for Julia, who likes to do everything on a square, even if it's a circle, this is a wonderful way to do it. Now, over here in position, this is something I recently found. You can arrange this anywhere on the screen, this circle right here that I created. Oops, sorry. And and you can actually center and middle right here, puts it right in the center. It allows you to also increase the size if you're looking for a specific size. I personally like to drag, but if you notice, I'm pointing and you can't see what I'm pointing at. If you notice in the top left part of that image that I'm dragging, it's showing you the pixel size. So if you're looking for a specific size, you can kind of see where that is when you're dragging it. Now I've dragged the circle to fill out that entire box, and I'm centering it and making sure it's in the middle. And that's kind of my template I want to use. Yeah, Helena, I'm not, I think you're going to have to, so what Helena wants is, she wants to know what's free and what's not. And I've used the pro version so long that I don't even know offhand. So we can kind of have to wing it, and you can go back and look at the versions and play around with the free version, see if it's what you want. If not, you can upgrade. All right, so here's what I'm going to use as my template if I'm making a circle. I'm going to go, I'm going to go to uploads, and these are all things that I have uploaded, and you can see it's all about icing images. I'm going to take Susan Triana's here because I have her there. This next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to remove her background, and there's a couple ways you can do this. I'm going to go into Edit Photo, and right here, there's several different things you can do with this photo. I'm going to remove this background, and boom, she's gone, just like that, her background is. So now she's completely background free, and you can see the red right behind her. Now, there is another way that I can do this. Guys, I'm going to show you a lot of things, and you're not going to remember them all. Yeah, this is just more like this is what this can do for you. Another way you can, and I just discovered this today, I'm going backwards and adding her background back in, is I can magic grab right here. This is a newer feature. And so what it's doing is it's separating Susan from her white background, and I can actually drag her out. And then I can delete this background right here. So there's two ways to do that. So that's one of the wonderful features. I'm looking. I'm just reading to catch up real quick. Okay, yeah. So Kelly uses the free version, and she just brings her own backgrounds in, which is a great thing to do as well. All right, so we brought Susan out. Now let's go ahead, and this is another one of my favorite features is I'm going to type in the word frame. I'm sure there's a lot of easier ways to get to it, but let me show you what frames are. All right, so I'm going to go frame circle, and you see this right here, it says frames. I'm going to click on see all, and there's all these different shapes. So usually you're going to find I use a circle. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag this in here. Look, there she went. And I can bring her down. I can actually make this smaller if I need to, if it fits within that circle. So there you can see how she rounded out towards the bottom right there. I personally love this feature. Many times I keep the backgrounds in, but I'm trying to show you as many things as possible. So let's go and I'm going to unlink her real quick, detach the image. And I think what I want to do, I'm going to go get her again. I have such boring pictures. So let's go get Susan again. I'm going to go back to the frames, and I want you to see her background in there. So I picked this kind of crazy squiggly thing, and she is now framed within that image. Now, so that's probably one of my favorite trick, I guess. And yeah, I do have, and everyone's going to have different tricks that they use because they've been adding so many different things to this program, I can't keep up with them. And when I have time, I just usually go back and find one. So I'm going to keep this in here. We're going to go back to Christmas theme, I promise. But these are all the different frame sizes that you can see that they have so many. And then sometimes, like, let me show you something. Let's go back. Let's come out of here. And I'm going to type in Christmas because this is a Christmas theme. There we go. Christmas wreath. So let's show you the difference. So you have graphics, which some of them look like pictures. This looks very realistic. Some of them look like they're fake, even though the graphics are supposed to be more fake-like, whereas the photos are more true to image. Although this one's under photos too. That's pretty funny. And you can see how it brings up so many different things, different images. And you just click on it and it comes right over. For me, I think what I want to do, hold on, I'm going to delete this one too. Oop, come on, get out of here. That's all I'm doing is I'm right-clicking to bring up that menu. I'm going to bring this wreath in. And this circle right here, here's a trick for you guys. I'm going to go to position. This entire circle, it shows me right here in the pixels 1072.2. So I'm going to click on, I copied that width. I'm coming over to the wreath. I'm locking it so the ratio stays the same. And I just went ahead and typed in the 107.2, and it made it about the size of the image. Now, it didn't fill it entirely because you have pieces sticking out here. So I'm just going to stretch it to fill that in. And now I'm going to go to my layers and bring Susan above. No, I'm going to leave her below it. And I'm going to slide Susan, right in there. And then we have a little Susan there. I'm reading what you're saying too. Sorry, you can't see me. So Janine says lots of times she finds a cool image that she wants to print on her editable printer, but within the circle shape, depending on the image, it can lose quite a little bit of content. So I can upload the image into Canva, resize it, then upload and revise the image into iPrint. It is that simple. Yep, it is that simple. And quite frankly, you can use, when you use Canva, that's all you're really doing is creating the image. You are not printing it. So you have to, whatever you create in Canva, you're going to have to take into your printing program, whether it's iPrint or any other printing program, and print it there. All right. So if I was just going to use this design, I would then, I can click on that circle right there, and I can delete it, and I know that it's within that size that I wanted. I'm just kind of showing you different areas. So I'm going to go ahead and put that back. Let's talk about text. Let's talk about text. And another thing you can do is I can grab this wreath, and I can grab Susan. I'm right-clicking, and I can group them together. So now I can actually move them as a complete group. I can then unlink it or ungroup it right here. And I can take, I have to click outside, then let's just take Susan. Let's just edit her background, and let's magic grab her. There we go. I'm going to take that away. I'm going to bring this back up. Oh, go away, little thing. So I love this position because it allows me to see all the layers and change them, and also add them and remove them. Delete. I'm going to bring this over here. I'm going to bring Susan right into here. I'm going to increase her size and put her right in that center. Okay. Yeah, this is you're definitely going to have to. Blake, what are you doing on? you definitely have to replay this. But this is more just to show you what can be done with this program. Okay, and I've learned all this just by playing with it. All right. Okay, sorry, I have to see what's going on as well. All right, so now I want to add text. Text is awesome. So over here, this is part of the program, and I believe this is paid for, where I can put in the main fonts that we use the most. And so I can literally click that out and type in what I want with that font. Most people probably would not go to that extreme that we do. You would just, to add text, you would add your text box. You type in Merry Christmas, Susan. I could replace you, Blake. And you see it's a very boring font. So I'm gonna highlight all of it. I just clicked on it 3 times and it did that. And what's nice is all the fonts that are in here. There is more than you will ever think about using. You can type in, it gives you some whole, right up here, it gives you some of the styles you can pick. You can go here. This is actually, no, these are my personal textiles that we use. And I can pick handwriting, and it'll bring up everything similar to a handwriting. With this, I want to use something that's bold, and it'll bring up all the bold, and it tells you thick or heavy fonts are other ways you can do it. I'm going to click on the balloon one right here because I can. I'm going to increase the size. I'm just dragging it. Stop it. I can grab it. I can increase the size up here as well, where it has font sizes. And you can choose whatever size you want. In addition, you can choose your text color. And so we're going to use white at this point. White. There we go. I'm going to now go up where it says effects. Ta-da. And these are all just different styles. If I wanted to put a shadow on it, I click on shadow. I'm going to go ahead and click a black color so I can actually see that shadow. I can offset this shadow, which means I can bring it up or down. Transparency makes it lighter or darker within that shade. I'm going to make it darker so you can see it better. And I'm going to make it yellow because I want it to stand out just so that you can see that. Well, I am actually, Blake, you missed the beginning of it, but yes, we are working towards that. We're going to get all our pre-cuts up there so that everybody can print with them to make it really easy. Okay. And I've never contacted their support, quite frankly. So that's how this is where you add the border. If I wanted to lift it, what it does is, I'm going to take this away so you can see this better. So lift, it has an intensity bar. If you look at this, you're going to see a fuzzy black background up here, and it just makes it stand out a little bit more. Hollow is exactly what it says. It's just the outline only. Splice kind of adds a second color, which you can control, and you can change it. Outline literally outlines the image, and you can make that thicker. You can change the color. Okay, or you can make it thinner. Make it really thin, or however you want. Echo, it's hard to see. Let's see, let me pick up black. If you look closely, I'm going to make this really big for you to see it. You can see there's 3 layers within the echo. So there's the white, there's a darker black, and then a lighter black. And you can adjust the direction that it goes in or how far it sets off of that image. So it'd be neat to do something like this. And you can change that color, as I said before, to whatever you want. Okay, sorry, I'm trying to... Will it curve writing? Good question. I'm getting there. Glitch is weird. Where'd it go? It's over here, sorry. Glitch adds these pink and purplish colors. It's very limited, or the red and blue. Again, you can change the directions or how far it offsets. Neon does exactly what neon says. I'm going to change the color of this text so you can see how neon-y it really is. Let's go back to effects so you can see it's pretty neon-y. Bring it down smaller, make it a little bigger actually. And you can just change this color as you wish and make it neon from that color. You can change the intensity of it as well. This is hard to see with that pink. Let's go green. There we go. And then background just adds a background around it to allow that to stand out. And again, you can make that background more round, more square, wider, narrower, darker, and lighter as well. And I use this, actually, I create a lot of videos in this program as well. And here's what you've been waiting for, guys. Yay! I'm going to go back and outline this. I'm going to curve it. Woo! Look at that. Now, there's your curving. And you can see I can make it as match this circle if I wanted to. So I just literally, there you go. Oh my God, yes! If I wanted to reverse curve, there we go. And we slide it down. Okay, this is something I love. iPrint doesn't do this, guys. All right, can you make it curve around the wreath? Yes, I can bring that wreath back up. I can bring her back up right here.